It is January. That brings the January transfer market. And with us currently sitting in 9th place and playing Watford first game today, it could see us creeping into the playoff positions. But we do need to strengthen the side slightly. I feel we are probably now coming into a position where we have to rethink the way that we structure things and the way that we're looking to go ahead with the team. We do have a few players who are on the transfer list who we're going to look to try and get a little bit of finances back on. But people like Kenny McLean, Jakob Sorensen, who aren't really getting much game time, maybe it is time to add them to the list also. The first bit of movement in the transfer window will see Anson depart, which was, very much expected. We've been looking to get rid of him for quite some time. And Watford are also playing that 5 at the back, which is something we do not like to see. Last episode, we played Watford also, and I believe it was the last game, right? We finished. No, we did come out with a 1-0 loss. Oh yeah, we had a couple of sim games after the Watford game. So the last played game was Watford, and we are starting to get this game against Watford. Funny scheduling, I know. Did we just see a? But we are going into the game against Watford, who are playing 5 at the back. As we found out last time round, it is always a struggle when we're playing against a 5 at the back. They have made a few changes. Dennis is there on the left-hand side, a player to watch. Esprilla's on the right. Fatigue may well be a problem for them, but we will have to see if we can take advantage. Looking at our lineup, fatigue is also going to be a slight issue for us, with Jonathan Rowe struggling there on the right-hand side. So we're going to bring Borja Sainz in on that right-hand side and then switch the 2 wingers around. Fleming has been looking good. His morale he's unhappy. The whole team seems to be unhappy, but I feel that we need to see if we can just play him through the game. Jack Stacey on the right may well come out for Fisher, just to keep that defence a little bit fresher on the right-hand side, but we don't really want to change the back 2. Other than that, we are looking very much as we would expect. We've still got Nunes and O'Hare out on long-term injuries. Road is the venue for today's first game of the episode, and let's hope the crowd can get behind the boys in yellow and green and are able to push them on and get a nice win here, which will see us move up the league table and start to think about pushing really hard for them playoff spots. Lovely cross from Carlos, but unfortunately we were unable to get ahead to the ball, and Watford are quite happy to sit deep and allow us to play the ball back up the pitch into Borja Sainz, who's won a throw-in. We are looking to take the throw-in quick over this left-hand side, where Sarah is there to pick the ball up, plays it onto the edge of the box where Fleming is there. Youssef plays it onto his right foot, goes for the shot, because takes the ball out for a corner. Ball up, he does then make the run past, so it could well be the way forward in this game by getting the ball into Sargent, watching Fleming make the run beyond. We have a free kick right on the edge of the area here. This could be prime Farah positioning. Will Sarah be able to get this one over the wall and into that top corner? Unfortunately, hits the wall and nothing is going to come of it. Gone for the short option again, and they have looked to play the ball out. Mix up at the back. Fisher is unable to clear. Watford go in 1-0 up. just couldn't get his foot on the ball there, so he managed to stop the cross going in. Couldn't quite get his foot on the ball, and the Watford striker was there to have his foot on the end, and goes ahead and scores the goal. We do have a couple of yellow cards as well in this first half, so we may well see some substitutions coming pretty quickly, because we cannot afford to go down to 10 men in a game that is a must win. Watford aren't happy at settling in the first half with a 1-0 win, and they're looking to 1-0 goals. They were looking for a second. Gunn does enough to stop that one going in. Things are looking dangerous, but the referee blows his whistle. Norwich go in 1-0 down. At the back, them three central defensive midfielders. Them three centre-backs are definitely causing us a problem when it comes to trying to attack. And they're flooding the box in this second half. 2-0 Watford. And it's looking like in a must-win game, we're going to really struggle to get anything from it. Dennis goes the ball back to Della Bashiri and goes with a shot. Double save from Gunn. And he has kept us in the game, albeit with very little opportunities coming from us. So you just never know if we're going to be able to get back into it. He then flicks the ball over the top as Sargent got the pace to do the defender he has. He's one-on-one with the keeper. And the keeper keeps him out. 10 minutes left in the second half, and Norwich with a triple substitution, trying to keep things fresh. From the corner, nothing comes, and again they look dangerous on the attack. Aspria this time, straight into Gunn, who does manage to pick the ball up. Whoa, dangerous. Oh, Hassan dives in. Gives away a penalty. This is it. This is game over. 3-0 Watford lead. The crowd are getting on the back of the boys in yellow and green. What is the answer? What do we do? January transfer market is open. Do we look to strengthen in some way? Is it a tactical thing? What do we need to do here to try and secure our spot in the playoffs? Because right now we are not looking like a playoff candidate whatsoever. Referee blows his whistle and the game ends 3-0 to Watford in what could have been the worst start to the episode ever. We have a slight dilemma with a transfer coming in for Kenabo. Do we see him making his way into the first team or not? 670,000 offer has come in. We are looking to also get him out on a short-term loan to Plymouth Argyle. We've just recently renewed his contract. At 19 years old, will he be able to... I think we keep hold of him, so we're going to reject that. Send him out on loan. And, yeah. Obviously, you can see there Rangers has put a 3.1 million bid in for Gunn, which is a big no-no. He isn't going anywhere. We're going to have to wait and see where we finish up, what next season brings us to, who's going to be in the starting 11 or even on the bench. So Kenabo maybe even get his chance coming back from loan if that goes through. As I say that, Kenabo is off on loan to Plymouth. So we are happy to go ahead with that one. We'll accept that. And then obviously, transfer-wise, he is not going anywhere permanently. We have a FA Cup action against Bristol Rovers, which is a team that we would like to think we can definitely do a number on. Again, an ex-Norwich boy down there, Chris Martin on the bench. You got Scott Sinclair on the right-hand side, which, you know, there was a day, once upon a time, he was playing for Man City. We should have too much for them, even with a rotated squad. The squad has been rotated quite heavily. We've even got the likes of Ashley Barnes coming into the lineup on this one. As you can see, Kennebo is starting the game up top. Probably his last opportunity of playing for us before he goes on loan to Plymouth Argyle. We should have too much for them, but you just never know. And we do. Kennebo with the first goal, Ashley Barnes with the second. Evans scores for them, and we come away with a 2-1 win. There we have it. Kennebo is off to Plymouth Argyle. 6-month loan, sees through the rest of the season, hopefully gets his much deserved game time. We are back with Derby Day. Last time out, it was a 2-2 draw with Ipswich. They are still sitting down in 19th place, so again, one of them games that we should be coming away with a win. They have slightly rotated their squad compared to what we played before. Burns isn't there, but Amari Hutchison's come in, who's just as dangerous. You've got Broadhead on the left-hand side. Leafer Davis is not in the squad, with Brandon Williams taking his place, and Hurst has taken Moore's place up top. As you can see, we have changed things up very, very slightly. We are playing a 4-1-3-2, giving us a little bit more threat up top. Fleming has... Effectively, we're playing in a similar sort of formation, but the wingers are just coming back a little bit, and Fleming's pushed on a little bit. So separated the midfield up slightly. Still the same starting 11, but we will hopefully see a little bit more of attacking threat coming from this style of play. At Portman Road, unfortunately, obviously Portman Road's not in the game just yet, but with them getting promoted in real life, we will see that coming very soon, I believe, or in the next generation of game. Carlos has the ball here, and with us playing them two up top, it allows that freedom for Sargent to be able to double up out on the wing, and as you can see already, it gives us a little bit more options when moving the ball around from defence into midfield. It really wants to keep hold of the ball. If either team does, it's definitely Ipswich, and George Hurst is through. We'll see now for a corner. Corner's floated in, Jonathan Rowe up, and sees out for another corner. This time round, Jonathan Rowe gets good clean header to it, knocks it away, but Ipswich has still got the ball on the edge of the box. And are still looking dangerous. But that shot definitely wasn't from Taylor. Carried the ball, but the referee blows his whistle. 0-0 at half-time. Very tight affair. It looks as if there's been a slight change in formation for Norwich in this second half, with Fleming playing just slightly further behind Sargent, so not quite back to the old formation, but not far off it. Omari Hutchinson manages to find George Hurst and flicks the header on, and Gunn just sort of laps at the ball. It's Ipswich 1, Norwich 0. Should have done better there. Will this wake the Norwich team up? While we're saying this, Ipswich are causing hella problems in the Norwich box. Herbs with a shot. Gunn flicks the ball over the top of the bar. I'm saying Norwich as if we aren't the Norwich team, but obviously we are. And this is dangerous. Ipswich 1-on-1 with the keeper. 2-0, George Hurst. This is, well, this season is not going to plan whatsoever. We could see Johannes Hoff Thorup, losing his job before he even starts. looking to burst away. They are not sitting on their laurels here. They are attack, attack, attack. Hurst has broke the back line after trying to play an offside trap. Gunn does enough to hold the ball onto the ball this time round. Rowe looks to break through past Wolverton. The referee will look to blow his whistle. 2-0 loss away to Ipswich. If the season could get any worse, it has today. After an extremely disappointing result last time out, we are up against 5th place Cardiff City. I just have no words. It's going to be tough, as we expect. We are slowly sliding down the league. Grant on the left-hand side is a player to watch out for. Turnbull, Robinson as well. We need stronger performances. We have reverted back to our previous formation. We do still have O'Hare and Nunes out injured. So we will see an unchanged 11, but just slightly shifted in position. This will be a sim game, so let's hope they can do enough to get us back on a winning trail. And they do. They come back with a vengeance. 4-0 winners. Carlos, Sargent, Rowe, Sargent again. Yeah, there was no stopping the boys today at home. Let's hope that can get us back into a little bit more of a playoff contention, because if not, we may well be struggling to keep hold of our job. We have had some scouts out looking for players for us to bring in. We are looking to strengthen in that striker position, obviously. We currently don't have much finances to work with. And to be honest, the scouts that have been out there looking for players, we don't really see anyone who's going to come in and do the correct job for us. Let's have a look and see if we've got anyone who we can find on the free transfer. Any free agents that we can possibly get scouted. I'll get through, see what the scouts can find for us, and we can then... I'm finishing up looking through the free agents. There isn't anyone that fits the bill, so we will be looking onto the loan market and see if we can find anyone on there, but it's not looking good. We find ourselves in the FA Cup away to Burnley, round 4. Aaron Ramsey on the left-hand side. I wonder who we had, and it did not end nicely. Trafford in goal, Foster, Denke, like as you expect, Premier League team. Not much different in stats compared to us, but probably got a slightly better chance than what we have with the form that we've been on. As always, in the cup, we do look to rotate slightly, so I will be mixing things up a little bit. Fleming's going to get his chance back up top, with Sargent going to drop to the bench. And we'll see Kenny McLean getting his chance in midfield. So Ashley Barnes is going to come out of there and be dropping out of the side completely, so that we've got a left back in Montoya, who has played well in cup games. He's going to get an opportunity as well. Jonathan Rowe can miss out for Science, and I think we're probably about there. Who doesn't love a trip to Turf Moor in the FA Cup, eh? Can we use this as a way to bring ourselves back into form, getting a second win on the bounce? With passing like that, it doesn't look very likely. Kenny McLean has come in there and nicked the ball, intercepted, and we can reset. Sarah's turned in the middle of the park, done enough to take the ball through. Fleming has burst through the back line, struck from the edge of the box, slots that home. Lovely play from Norwich City. Lovely start here at Turf Moor against Premier League Burnley. FA Cup? Chance of progressing already? What a lovely ball through from Sarah. Fleming from the edge of the box. Straight in the bottom corner. Trafford had no chance. Burnley now looking to form an attack of them for themselves. Gunn does enough to hold the ball out there. That's a change that we normally see in the Cup, right? We normally see George Long coming in, but for whatever reason today, Gunn has managed to hold on to this spot for this game. Clara has dropped deep into the defensive line to pick that ball up. Burnley given Montoya the space to turn and look to get the pass out to Carlos, who then brings the ball into the middle of the park and then uses the right back in Jack Stacey. Jack Stacey plays the ball onto Borja Sainz, who then uses Sarah in the middle, knocks the ball onto McLean. Fleming tries to play the ball. Slow build-up play here from Norwich as we see the ball through to Sarah. Looks for that same ball through to Fleming. Can he do it again? Edge of the box. This time round he looks for McLean. Poor touch. Trafford picks the ball up and looks to set up an attack for Burnley with the counter. Goodmanson plays it on to Denke, who has been held up there slightly by McLean, but has managed to pick the ball out wide onto the wing. Goodmanson's back on the ball. Loads of space here, loads of time. And Gunden's enough. Our position, there's no reason why we can't hold them off. And the one man that we don't want to see scoring is Aaron Ramsey. A kick comes in from Burnley. Burgess is the tallest man in the box, wins the header, but doesn't quite get his shot on target. Carlos with a lovely flick over the top for Montoya. It's gone for goal and Trafford flicks the ball over the top of the bar. Emin is looking to make a burst away from the defender. Can he make it work through? Can he make it two? He doesn't. Ball goes wide. That's what it's saying, all this. Burnley are looking to really force a... Well, get that. As we now look to set up a counter-attack of our own. Fleming once again. This time round, he does hit the target and he does make it 2-0. It's 2 goals for Fleming today. Unstoppable. And that is the last of his action. Sargent comes on to replace Fleming. Mississara rested as well. And Yusuf with Sorensen and Rowe coming in to them's positions. And looks like Borja Sainz is going to go more central. You'd like to think 15 minutes left, we can see this game out. With defending like that from Montoya, we definitely will. And he finds a lovely pass out to Carlos, who takes on his defender, takes it past him with ease. We are looking to flood that box now. Sargent into Sainz, looks to just roll the ball past and it goes past the post. Instead, we are now having to backtrack a little bit, worrying about Burnley with an attack. And worry we do. 10 minutes left in the game and then Burnley get the goal. 2-1. They don't seem to want to be taking the ball forward. If I was them, they would be lumping that ball forward. The referee is probably quite ready to blow his whistle. But he hasn't as of yet. Burnley work the ball into the box. Gunn picks up and it's over. We are through to the next round of the FA Cup with a win for Premier League Burnley. Not what I expected. And with our form this season, not something I... With the results from today, it leaves us in 12th place in the league. We are 5 points behind the playoffs now, so still within reach, still enough. We've got a game in hand over Watford as well, so that'll bring us down to 2. So we are still within reach there. We will be playing in the FA Cup 5th round against... Oh, we're not going to find out today. There's some cup replays to be played. we will be closing the episode off here today. After a mixed bag, we come away with 3 wins and 2 losses. One of the biggest losses of the season against Ipswich. Next time up, we will conclude the January transfer market with a home game against Millwall to start off with. And then obviously we come to the end of January. Looking ahead, we've got the likes of Southampton, Hull, Birmingham, West Brom and Preston. As always, if you have liked what you've seen today, hit that like button. Drop down in the comments any advice on signings or anything like that. And finally, hit the subscribe button. Keep up to date with any future uploads or anything coming from the channel. As always, I thank you for all your support, and I shall catch you in the next one. Peace.